Greetings, Internet. My name is Ethelar, and welcome to the Ethelar Gaming channel. As you might have noticed, I'm back. I've been away for a little while. I haven't been making videos, or really doing anything YouTube related. And I apologize for that. I know I said I was going to get back into it. As far as that goes, I can't really make any promises as far as school, so I will try to do videos as often as I can, but we'll see where that goes. Now, you might be noticing the game on the screen is not something I've played in quite a while. Yes, I am back to Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I'll get to that, my thoughts on that in a little bit. But first, let's talk about some World of Warcraft. So, World of Warcraft is just kind of bad right now. I am, for the foreseeable future, done with World of Warcraft. I'm probably just not gonna play it for a while. I'm playing Star Wars: The Old Republic with some of my guildmates from there. And if they all decide to go back to WoW, because it suddenly gets balanced and patched properly, then I'll consider it and head back. But otherwise, for right now, like I said, the foreseeable future, WoW is out of the picture. World of Warcraft is out of the picture. And I had been playing some Guild Wars 2. I don't believe I posted any videos about that, but I had been doing some Guild Wars 2, and I just can't get into it. I just don't like the PvP. I mean, the PvP is balanced. It's the most balanced PvP I've played in just about any MMO recently. But I just don't like the playstyle. I just don't. It doesn't fit me. I just find it kind of frustrating, boring, and it's just not something I'm interested in spending the time to get good learning. I could do some content in the future if my guildmates manage to convince me to play it, but as far as that goes, I probably won't be playing it or uploading anything about it consistently. That'll probably be Star Wars: The Republic. But anyway, for as far as World of Warcraft goes, my main issues with that are PvP balance, because their class balancer only cares about the PvE, the raiding stuff, doesn't seem to care about PvP balance at all. So PvP is kind of wacky, and the content's just not there. It's just not up to snuff. I don't enjoy it anymore. It's just kind of bad. It's unbalanced, and you kind of have to play flavor of the month classes to win at all. And with the recent changes they've done, PvP is just really out of whack now. So, as far as that goes, I probably won't be going back to that for quite a while. I think I'm going to stick with Star Wars: The Republic. So now we get to my thoughts on Star Wars: The Old Republic. The recent update, the recent expansion, I should say, with Revan and all of that jazz. This is, in my opinion, the best story content they've put into the game since they launched the game. I played the Makeb, the first expansion. What was that? Rise of the Hutt Cartel, I think. And that was boring. It was just plain boring. Strictly PvE speaking, it's just plain boring. And I mean, Marauders, until essentially this patch, this expansion and more recent patches, Marauders have just been overpowered for such a long time that it was just silly. And now they're pretty weak. Like, Marauders are one of the classes you wouldn't take on a raid or a ranked team if you had a choice. So they kind of get their comeuppance on that, but on the other hand, I don't think any class should be underpowered or overpowered. I think they should all be balanced so that you could play any class you want. It just depends on the situation and your playstyle. So as far as PvE goes, I didn't do Oricon, but I think that was better than Rise of the Hutt Cartel, but not by much. I would say that the Revan expansion that we have now is definitely the closest thing to a true expansion that the BioWare team has done for Star Wars: The Old Republic. The others, in my opinion, have been much closer to just kind of DLCs or just a patch with a little bit more content. This is much closer to a full expansion, I would say. Is it worth $30? Um, I would say I've gotten my $30 out of it already. So yes, no. I mean, it just kind of depends on how much you enjoy story content. Now the story, I haven't done a lot of the story content. I just hit level 60 and I want to do kind of a channel update and thoughts video. So I hit level 60 and I hopped into a Warzone and did some recording with one of my buddies, one of my guildmates that I play various games with. But as far as PvE content goes, I plan to do some of that, although I probably won't upload much or any of that since I primarily upload PvP. Also, PvP is a lot easier to upload and record interesting footage. Um, so I will be doing some PvE just to keep myself interested so I don't burn myself out on the game. But that said, PvP-wise, I would say the PvP balance is by far the best it's been in a very, very long time for Star Wars: The Old Republic. It is much better than it used to be. I would say sorcerers are borderline overpowered, and marauders are really underpowered. Assassins are were borderline overpowered. I think the patch is out where they got nerfed now. So I would say they're reasonable. I mean, they're still very, very good. Don't get me wrong, but they're not blatantly overpowered anymore. At least Madness isn't anyway, or whatever that is now. It's the discipline system. Otherwise, the class balance is pretty good. I have some concerns about optimization of the new update. I mean, there's my FPS. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but my FPS is just horrible right now. I mean, mine's dipping from like getting 60 on the fleet to like 15 or 20 in most games. So they definitely need to do some optimization. And I really think they need to do some changes to the PvP queue system so that PvP queues don't take as long. I think PvE suffers from this as well. So I think there's some reorganization of that kind of thing that needs to happen. But as far as the game goes, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm quite enjoying PvP and the story content. It all seems pretty good. I'll be leveling a Juggernaut and a Mercenary in the near future. And I have my Sorcerer leveled here. So those will be the classes those are the classes that I will be playing. I'm just gonna work on gear now, work on upgrading everything and that sort of stuff. So for the foreseeable future, Star Wars is gonna be my main game. I may upload a few real-time strategy games that I play, and maybe some Battlefield, but for the most part, I'm gonna do a lot of Star Wars. Oh, there's me griefing my guildmate. I'm gonna do maybe not a lot of Star Wars content, but you know, that will be the primary content on my channel. As far as the channel goes, I plan to at least make an attempt to work on it some to try and get viewers, try and get subscribers, try and get my content out there, try and grow the channel a little bit. So I appreciate you making it to this point in the video, and I'll leave you with just the last minute or so of footage. And I hope you enjoyed the video and the channel update. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I plan to provide more gameplay and thoughts and that sort of thing as time goes on in Star Wars. I might even do a few guides. I appreciate you watching. Please rate, feel free to leave a comment with compliments, constructive criticism, and like the video and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Sorry if I think we found their team. On the bubble. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Pretty good game.
Yeah, not bad.
FPS. Especially for no gear. Like, what do you expect? Like,
Yeah, not too bad.
Our protection could be a little bit higher.
Yep.